I'm going to take my mask off, and I am going to put my glasses on. All right. Friends of Felines Rescue Center. So the first picture, and this is right outside here, the Tree of Giving. Okay. It's a good way to remember somebody or something. And it actually says, the book was made for Jackie Moss and all the volunteers that make this rescue center what it is. One of the best places on earth for a cat to be in. The pictures in this book are supplied by Sherry Ross, who gladly gave me consent to use them. Without her, this book would not be possible. Thank you, Nico Ross, who was dearly departed. Hello, Craig. This book was made by myself, but it is a gift from everyone that volunteers, chats, moderates, or just loves you and the work you do. Thank you, Jackie, for making our lives a little brighter each and every day. You are a true definition of an angel. So a lot of these pictures, this is basically 8 years ago. So let me just show you, and I'll give you a little. Oh, I can't give you that. I got to tell you about this kitty. I have a coaster of this kitty that I put my drink on. All right, this is the Magenta. Magenta, who was very lightweight. She was only like 5 pounds. She was the one who, I think she was dyed red when she came in, and it took a little bit.
Magenta.
What's that?
She was dyed magenta.
Yeah, dyed magenta. So, hi. Do you want to see the book too? So, she passed, I think, around the same time that Putter did. Like, what? I don't know. All right, here's a this kitty is still alive and kicking. This is Octavia. Octavia is funny, She would always open the cabinets and steal food. We would always watch on the camera every night. She was a devil. And Connie adopted Octavia. So, within only a couple of weeks they passed on. So, Octavia is
And to this day, she's still allowed to steal food.
Yes, still this day. Yep, she still steals food. All right. You probably know this girl. This is the Queen of Boxes. This is Zelda. And again, this is 8 years ago. All right. Here is Ada Jane. Ada Jane was basically, I don't know if she was 20 or 21 when she passed. She lived a long life, and if you ever see this table here, it's called Ada Jane's table, right here, because she loved to just sit there. So those of you who watch Jessie, when she's here strutting around, Ada Jane used to, well, she didn't really strut around. She liked her one spot. She also loved going to the sink and getting drinks at the sink. Who else do we have here? Ooh. This girl just passed this year. This is Cutie. Everybody knows that Cutie loved laps. If you sat down, half the time she'd come right out and sit in your lap. She just loved laps. And she moved. I was just going to introduce her because this is Asha. There's a great story of Asha on Rita's website, catandninetails.com. They thought Asha was a feral cat. Asha is the furthest thing from a feral cat. And I'm disappointed. Oh, is that her? Yeah, Asha. Asha. You know, it's funny because you look at this picture of Asha, and you look at her now, and hi.
She was in pain.
Yeah.
That's what they thought.
But her face is different. Her face is different. Yeah, Octavia. If you ever want to entertain yourself, go on to Chatters and do a search on Octavia. Octavia was hilarious. She probably still is hilarious. Well, here is who Patty's place is based on. Patty Cakes and Patty Purr. They were actually born right here at the rescue center. And Mama had a very difficult birth, and it was touch and go for a little bit there, but not only did they survive, they thrived here. We all know that Patty Cakes loved to run on the wheel, but you know what my favorite thing is? I like it when Patty Purr would run on the wheel. Didn't do it a lot, but it was just funny, you know. Patty Cakes just loved running on that real fast. But every now and then you'd see Patty Purr running the wheel too, but not real fast. My memories of Patty Cakes is a couple times I got the wrong drawer. And Patty Cakes knows that if you open up the drawer to the brush, Patty Cakes comes right out because she loved being brushed. And she'd come right out. And I was like, oh no, now I'm going to have to brush her. I have to sit down and brush her. Because she heard the drawer open. It was very funny. So, and as you guys know, they passed within a couple months of each other. I do have to tell you how shocked I was when Patty Purr passed. I was actually here because it was, I don't know if it was Catstock or Catathon, that I have a feeling it was Catstock. All right, two more kitties here. Again, these were very well-loved kitties. All right, we got Bella and we got Farah. All right, Farah, I think she passed away last year. The funny thing with Farah is, she had to have those anti-seizure meds. And Jackie gave them to her every day. And around the same time each day, and Farah used to figure out, and hide. And it was always fun to watch Jackie trying to find her to get it. And also, whenever Jackie would talk on the camera, everybody would ask, did Farah get her meds yet? Farah get her meds yet? It was always something else. And then Bella. Eric, or Love My Pets, posted a little video interview. Yes, this is a wonderful book. Posted a video of Bella, Bella the Brave. And there's a Cat and Nine Tails story about Bella the Brave as well. Bella was found in... No, this is actually was made for Jackie. Was it last year? Yeah. So with Bella, She was found. Was she found in the road? I don't know if she was hit, but basically, she had to get a leg amputated, and I know that she had some paralysis. So what she would always do is she would scoot around here, and she was the queen. She would always, she would scoot around. She would, she was the head here. Bella was a big part of this rescue center. Huh? I spy you. Alright. This is Kiara. And you guys know Kiara because Kiara is right there. Alright, well, let me point. Alright. Yes, the man thought she was dead and he popped, and Bella popped her head right up, but Kiara. Kiara, who was adopted 3 times. And 3 times she was not happy. She came back. The last time, I think Kiara lost like a pound or 2 pounds. She was so not happy. So when she was brought back for the 3rd time, that's when Jackie made her a resident. Yeah, Kiara. This next one, and you might hear the talk about Badu, because Badu was an absolute beautiful cat. Now, Badu was, they adopted her out to a sanctuary because she just did not get along with the other cats. And look at her, she is beautiful, and this was the original, the Zelda pose. She would always put those 2 paws down and her back 2 legs wherever she was. So that is Badu. All right, let's see who else is here.
Jamie, you're last. Come on, let's go.
I don't know if this is a...
Come on.
Yeah. This is Twinkle. Twinkle was a little bit before my time, but Twinkle was very, very beloved. I don't think Twinkle was here real long, and you can probably read on Cat and Nine Tails about, I think it was Twinkle. But when I know that when she passed, there was a lot of people who were very upset. And this, I believe, is Emmeline. I believe it's Emmeline. Not 100% sure. There's no name on it. But I know that Emmeline had a skin condition that ultimately took her life. But Emmeline she loved like bathing and nursing the little kittens, and they'd all go in and snuggle with Emmeline. This one isn't marked either. I don't know who this is. And then there's a little statue of a kitty angel that's out there. Looks like this kitty is a little cross-eyed. See if there's anything here. All right, so that is this book here. I'm going to show you a couple other books. Jackie actually gave me or lent me a couple books. Now, again, a lot of these books are older. This is a book called Sheriff Putter Saves the Day. All right. Now, that's a great picture of Sheriff Putter, but this is Sheriff Putter in all his glory. Now, when Sheriff Putter came from a golf course, hence the name Putter. And not only was Putter badly sunburned, he was all matted, and I had to be shaved down. But Sheriff Putter was basically the mascot here for the time he was here. And I think Putter passed in 2014. And like I said, a couple weeks, because Magenta passed around the same time. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to show you the pictures, and I'm going to read you the comment. And I'll have to look to see if I have that picture of me and the sheriff somewhere. All right, let me put my glasses back on. The two little kittens were told to stay in the room they were put in. It was safer in there until they were a little older. They were just 7 weeks old and so very tiny. But sometimes kittens don't always listen when told something, and both Snappy and Static just wanted to know what was on the other side of the door. They knew they had to come up with a plan. Each had one, but which one should they use? They decided it was a good idea to play patty cakes first to help them decide. Yeah, he arrested me, all right. And so they played and played, and they played some more. It's funny. Snappy and Static. Snappy had an interesting. Oh. Now, again, this is another picture of Bella, and I love this picture because it really shows Bella's personality. Now, if you look here, she has a little necklace on, and this necklace says, "I'm kind of a big deal." Actually, Deb, these are books that Jackie gave me to read. These are some books about that people made for Friends of Felines. All right, so I'm going to read you what it says about Bella. The wait was so long, they both fell asleep and didn't even notice when the door was first opened. But they both woke up when the door was opened again, as someone was leaving the room. Yes, Snappy is in Canada. They both whispered to each other, "Let's go!" And out they went. They were so small and so quick, no one saw them as they ran under the feet of the person leaving the room. They both ran into the main center and immediately noticed the cats there were much bigger than them. Both looked at each other, shaking with fear. They first met Bella, who looked at them and said, "What are you two doing out of your room?" Okay, and there's the look that Bella gave them.
Oh, stop. Okay, I need your help. Excuse me. I need to take a picture of this kitty.
Oh, okay.
And I'm struggling. Sorry to interrupt, folks. Okay. Just kind of hold on so I can get sideways. Is this C-dot, maybe?
Yes, I believe it is.
Okay. Oh, no, the other way, sideways, yeah. There you go. All right, good enough. Oops.
What? All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, Brett and Jenny, they have a few. Yes, they do. They didn't know what to say to Bella, so they just ran away. Bella called to them, "Be careful, little ones. Don't get in any trouble." Trouble, they both thought. How could they get into trouble? Hi. Are you biting my nose? Are you biting my nose? I have a little inky cat here who is talking to me. Oh, this is awesome. So they ran into the back room and found an open closet. They climbed in to see what was inside. Derecho poked his head in to see what they were doing. "Should you two be in here?" Derecho asked them. "Sure," they both answered, even though they knew they really shouldn't be. Then they met another little kitten. He was a little bigger than they were, but he was still very little. They ran and played with their new friend Dose. So here's a picture of Derecho in his sweater. Look how tiny he was. That's Derecho. So I think a lot of people remember Dose. Dose, who was adopted by Jackie's grandkids. Unfortunately, well, let me tell you a little about Dose. Dose got his name because he was born on December 12th. Hence Dose. They were found in, was it a parking garage? And unfortunately, all of the kittens passed away one by one, except for Dose. And Dose was just the cutest little thing. I have a picture of Dose and Derecho smacking each other. So Jackie's grandkids adopted Dose and lived with them for a few years, but I know that Dose passed away a couple years ago. I think there might have been, something with, Boy, that's a loud kitty. All right, so they all decided to climb up a window and look at the outside. It was raining outside. Then Dose said he was getting tired, so he had to go and take a nap. He asked Snappy and Static if they wanted to take a nap too, but they said they had too many things to do. If I'm not mistaken, I think Snappy and Static were brothers. And who else was with there? Mock. There was 4 of them, and 3 of them looked exactly alike. Snappy, Mock was the one who didn't look like them. I think it was Static, and I don't remember the other name, but it was kind of like that. I don't remember. So Dose went to a nice soft blanket and took a nap, and there's the picture of Dose. Okay, Dose, like I said, he was born December 12th, and we were all so much rooting for him because all of his litter mates passed away. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think there was a mother with them either. So what are these pictures? Snappy and Static then went into the main room. There they met Patty Cakes. He was playing with his toys, but when he saw the kittens, he said, "You two shouldn't be out there. You were told to stay in your room. Don't you be bad now." And this is actually one of my favorite pictures of Patty Cakes. Look at that. Love those springs. What are you? They both got scared, and they saw an open door. They ran right up the stairs and through the door. They had never seen this place before. They looked around in amazement. They were in the house. There were cats in there they had never seen before. And in Jackie's house, she's got the Z's, the Z cats. The cats in the house were all much bigger than both Snappy and Static, and the 2 little kittens got very scared. They ran to the door to try to get back to their mommy, but the door was now closed. They were now trapped. They didn't know where to go. They both ran under the sofa to hide. They were scared and hungry. They missed lunch. Static was the first to start to cry, and then Snappy cried too. They realized they were lost and didn't know how to get back to their mama. Then they saw two big blue eyes staring at them. They looked out from underneath the sofa and heard him say, "You two aren't supposed to be here." Look at those blue eyes. And magic is back. Checking out my shoes. Neither of them knew what to say. They were both very scared. Then Snappy said, "We got lost. We just want to go back to our mama. Can you help us, please?" The big gray and white cat looked at them both and said, "Follow me." He walked very slowly. They could tell he was very old. He walked towards the door. Snappy and Static followed him. Static said, "See? The door is closed. We'll never get back." "Leave that to me," said the big fluffy cat. And then he let out a big meow. Suddenly the door opened. They heard a voice say, "Sheriff Potter, do you want to come into the main center?" Sheriff Potter walked through the door and climbed down the stairs. He called to the kittens, "This way." Snappy and Static followed him, but they both stopped at the top step. "We're scared," said Snappy, as he looked at all the cats who were shaking their heads at them, yelling at them, "You two were very bad." And here's the picture of Sheriff Potter. And there's some kitties sleeping in the beds. Sheriff Potter stood. Oh, Sprint. That's the other one, Sprint. How could I forget Sprint? And I'll tell you a little bit more about them after I finish this sentence. Sheriff Potter stood in the middle of the floor and said, "Quiet, let them pass." And all the cats obeyed the sheriff. Snappy and Static both walked slowly toward the main room of the center. Sheriff Potter said, "Now, you two get back to your room and tell your mama what you've done. And next time she tells you to stay in your room, you listen to her." They both ran into the room, and the mama cat ran to them and kissed them both. "I was so worried. Where have you been?" she said. "We got lost," they both said, "but we met a new friend named Sheriff Potter, and he helped us find our way home. And we promise we won't get lost again because we'll stay right here where you tell us to." They both were very sleepy and climbed into bed with their brothers and went to sleep. They had a very busy day. Snappy's brothers, Sprint and Whisk, both whispered to him, "Did you really meet Potter?" "Yep," Snappy said. "He's a pretty nice cat." Then they went to sleep. And there's Snappy, there's Sprint, and then there's, what's the other cat's name? Oh, Whisk. All right. So, everybody, we know that Snappy lives in Canada now. And Sprint lives with one of the volunteers. All right, let me. All right, so I believe this is Snappy. I believe this is Whisk. Okay, but I wanted to kind of tell you a little bit about Sprint. Because Sprint has a little beauty mark right under the nose, and he is like the cutest little doll. And if you ever want to see one of the cutest videos, there's a video of there's a cute little video of little teeny Sprint curled up against Cutie. And Joni took the video, and every time Joni would say something, Sprint went meow. It's the cutest little thing. So if you ever do a search on Sprint, on Chatters, you'll probably see that video. Alright, I think this book is done. Alright, it is done. This is going to be a fun book because the star of this book is right under me taking a nap. Derecho, the heart of FFRC. Conversation with Derecho. Derecho sets the tone for the kitties of Friends of Felines Rescue Center. He is the great introducer of new kitties to all the other kitties of FFRC. Derecho's heart is simply huge. So let me bring this picture up. The door greeter and favorite uncle to all the new babies and kittens. Here is an example of Derecho's conversation with the kitties at FFRC. Derecho noticed Abel peeking around the door from the welcome room. He looked so lost and unsure what to do. Derecho decided he needed to help Abel and all the other newcomers learn about FFRC. So here's Abel, Inky Kitty, and of course, here's the pictures of Derecho. Baby Abel and his siblings came up to the main area and had the talk with Derecho. Derecho pointed to Elsie. Hi! Hi there. I'm a little busy. Derecho pointed to Elsie. Elsie is our cat with no eyes. Of course she can be annoying at times, and she likes to be here, there, and everywhere. One thing to know about Elsie is she is a lot of fun and can show you how to run the wheel. So here is Abel and Abel's siblings. That was always fun to figure out who is who when Abel was here with his brothers and sisters. And of course, everybody remembers Elsie. Alright, and here are some pictures of the wheel. What? Yeah, are you talking to me? You talking to me? Over there is Coralie. She is missing many pieces, but she is a happy girl and everyone loves her. Whippersnapper is what she calls all the little ones. What? Oh, you're going to kiss my face? On the list of must meet are Vernon, Hensley, and Ramsey. They have what we call CH. Alma, another CH kitty, nothing stops her from zooming from one end of the center to another. Some say it's a disability, but just you wait and see what the CH kitties can do when they set their minds to it. So let me show you these pictures. Alright, so here's our Vern, Hensley, Ramsey, Alma. And I'm going to quiz you guys real quick. What does Alma, myself, and Deb, I don't know if she's still on. What do we all have in common? Alma, myself, and Deb, Lost Girl. Hi. Can anybody guess? I'm going to see if anybody can guess that. It's just a little spur of the moment. So, Deb, myself, and Alma. There we are. Craig is correct. We are all from Philly. Alma traveled here from Philly. I traveled here from Philly. And Deb is also from Philly. So, and that's why I am very discriminating when it comes to cheese sticks. All right, let me show you these pictures of Coralie. Look at Coralie sleeping with the kitties. Look at that. All right. Over there on the laundry table, you can sometimes find Kiara and Marilyn. Oh yeah, Bonnie's also from Philly, but they are sisters of the heart, and they both have chosen FFRC as their forever home. We can't forget our beautiful blue-eyed Asha. She is one of our grandma kitties, and sometimes she will join us for snacker time. Oh, just wait until you experience snacker time. That has to be the best time of the day. Oh, here's Asha. And there is Marilyn and Kiara. You know, Bonnie, my mother was on before. I don't know if she's still on or not. He is just the dearest old guy. Grandpa, we love you. I think we can all use a loving grandpa from time to time. Paul, I think you met him while you were settling into Thumper's room. Did you see Farah? She is the beautiful white kitty who has a history of seizures, but hasn't had any now for a long time. She will teach you how to take medicine nicely, just for future reference. You know, Danielle, my grandmother, she lived 2 blocks from where Rocky's house was in the movie. And when Rocky came out, we would walk from my grandmother's house to the street where Rocky's house was, and you could right around there you could see all of the parts of the movie. But I do have to tell you, that's a really bad part of Philly, and it's even worse now. But you know, I was glad that my grandmother got out of that part, because it was a really bad part, as you probably could guess from the movie. All right, so here's some Farah pictures. And here is Paw. Well, we just moved here to Defiance from Virginia. Lived in Virginia for 14 years. All right. Hey, look at this. Then there is Jessie, our elderly brown tabby who is almost 20 and doesn't look a day over 10. She can show you how to get scritches for anyone who passes by. Pontia can teach you the joy of Pontia flakes. Another amazing cat to meet. Oh, I read the wrong thing. Another amazing cat to meet is Pontia, a beautiful Siamese who has had one eye removed and the other looks like a planet. So, There's our Pontia. And there is our Jessie. Alright. I haven't seen Jessie around today. I'm gonna look for her. I heard that Jessie's still doing good. Here's my shoe buddy. Watch for magic when someone has an empty syringe or a sparkly ball. He loves to play fetch. I wonder if he was a dog in a previous life. He only has 2 legs, but it has never slowed him down. Ready for boxes. We cannot forget Zelda Belda FFRC Moths. She is our official box cat. Box cat, you ask? We have boxes and envelopes that are sent to us from people all over the world. These wonderful folks send food, litter, toys, blankies, and all kinds of goodies for all us kitties here at FFRC. Zelda watches over the boxes and sometimes inspects their contents. She likes to sit on them while Mama Jackie opens them in front of the little box on the wall where all these wonderful people live and watch us kitties. There's our Zelda girl, Queen of Boxes. And here is our Magic Boy. Oh, speaking of Janie, let's not forget our favorite interspecies friendship, Janie and Camby. Janie has lost her other doggy friends in the past few years, so she decided she would become a member of the Residence Kitty Club. She is now an official cat dog. Camby picked out her special friend, Janie, when she was still a kitten. They love hanging out and napping together and seem to have a very special bond. I see Cutie over there sitting in a lap. That's her favorite place to be. In her younger days, she ran what we called Cutie's Spa, which is where she would bathe all the babies. I think she is now retired and just waits for a lap to climb on to be warm and happy. So here's Cutie. And there's Cutie and Kiara. And over here, we have Camby and we have Janie. Isn't that a great picture? Great picture. Look at those two. Those of you, I don't know if you remember, and you guys are probably tired of me talking about it, but Camby is, when she first got here, I don't think any of us thought that she was going to make it. She was so sick, and she was so tiny, and I have a picture of me holding Camby, and she was, no joke, she was this big. You know, she was so underweight. Yeah, Brandon's baby. You know, just one of many, many miracles. All right, who else we have? So, Abel, you now have a small sampling of the kitties that call FFRC their home. We have people called the Vols, or the volunteers, who love us to pieces and give us their time to come in and take care of us. We cats are from a nation of kitties. It is great to see all the different kitties. Some are white, black, brown, and gray. Some are young, some old, some big, some small, some with disabilities, which we like to call cat abilities. but all are loved and give love in return. We know we don't have to be the same to be friends and enjoy being in this place called FFRC. So to you, Abel, and other new kitties, from me, Derecho, and all the other FFRC kitties, welcome to all of you, and we wish you a long and happy life. So here's the pictures of Abel and his siblings, or his. Look at this. And then dedicated to Mama Jackie, who created the place where love never ends. And it's too bad that the Christmas picture isn't there, where they have matching pajamas. So, very, very cute little book. This was made at Snapfish. So there's the cover. Yes. I don't know, Lost Girl. Jackie had me borrow these so that I could read them. And then here's the back. So I might hold this next one till next week, but let me just give you a little, it's called Capable Happy. CH, the start of something wonderful. All right. And if you look on the back, there's a lot of pictures, and hopefully you can see this. All right. Nighttime, a kitty cabana, the trees, FFRC, and then of course the backwater. So I think I'm going to wait to read this because, you know, I don't think I'm going to be able to get it done. Yes, I'll have to check to see if that's sold out yet. Oh, this is going to be wonderful. There's a little story about all the CH kitties that have been here. I wonder if Cazarelli is here. Derecho, Cazarelli, and Solly. Craig, there's Solly's in here. Solly is in here. That's awesome. Mary in Jersey. Mary in Jersey. Lorenzo. August in Jackson. Fremont. Alma. Thomas. Felicity. Let me just show you this Felicity. And Lost Girl, I don't know if you will know this, but here's Felicity. And I don't know if Bonnie's still on. Does that Felicity look like anybody we know? Lost Girl? That's Felicity. Uh-oh. Jasmine ready. I'm eating her from breakfast. This is some Oreos or cookies. All right. All right. So, I wanted, yes, Lost Girl. Doesn't that look like Jessie? We have a kitty that's named Jessie who looks just like Felicity. Just like her. And we adopted Jessie and her mother, Magnolia. And Jessie has a little tood. And I cannot clip her nails because she growls at me and she leaves in a huff. So I'm probably going to have to bring her here to Jackie so that she can, yeah, yeah. Felicity had mild CH, but she was a sweetie, and Felicity would knock you over for chicken. So I think this is going to be really exciting to talk about the CH cats. I'm very sorry, Tracy, about your Sammy. We also lost one of our kitties over the weekend, Tracy, our Inky cat, whose name was Salem, but we nicknamed her Emmy. So I understand. So again, I'm sorry, Tracy. I know, I'm sure people think, well, you have 6 cats. What's one less? Well, I have a lot of guilt with Emmy because Emmy was always very, very shy, and I could never break her of that shyness. And she is so shy that I could never really get her to a vet. So when we finally got her to a vet, she was diabetic, she had a heart murmur, and she was already so stressed. I did not want to put her through getting shots twice a day when it was tough. So so we got the other 5 are still doing good. I think everybody knows about Gallant. Gallant, even now, when Lost Girl comes over, Lost Girl sometimes comes over to help out Bonnie, and she's a huge help. But the first thing, as soon as when Lost Girl sits down, she she gets a visit from Gallant because Gallant is so gregarious. I never intended to have 6 cats. The only reason, and I don't know if you guys saw when Elizabeth adopted her cats, the kitties this week, or was it last week? Because Bonnie and I had the same conversation. We were fostering Mommy Magnolia and her 3 kittens. And Jessie had an eye problem, and Bonnie was concerned that she would end up, maybe in a house that wouldn't take care of her and stuff like that. So she wanted to kind of adopt her. But I really like Mommy Magnolia because, I'm a sucker for those stories about how they've overcome. And Magnolia, she was found in a ditch with a prolapsed uterus with her 4 cats. One of them passed. And she had to have emergency surgery. And I'm a sucker for that because she, so I wanted to adopt her. So we basically compromised and we adopted them both. So that's how we got 6 cats. And Emmy, we adopted in 2006 with her sister, Calypso, who we had nicknamed Smudge. But they're not close. They were never close. And Emmy didn't really like the other cats. And it was so it was tough. Oh, no problem, Eric. But we're going to have to bring Jessie here to get the nails clipped because she will not let me clip her nails. She gets growls, and she's like this big. I don't think she's 5 pounds. She's all fluff. And her mother, who is Magnolia, goes crazy if there's like a a light, a sunlight on the ceiling, or the other thing she really likes, if we're watching FFRC on the TV, she'll jump up where the TV is and start pawing everything that moves. Lately, she she jumps up on my computer when I'm working, and she wants to get wherever the mouse is pointing. And this is okay every now and then, but if I'm on a teleconference or if I'm trying to work and run reports or anything, it's a pain in the neck. But that's cats for you, huh? Oh, ooh, I didn't even notice that Moo Moo cat. Tracy, well, and I can certainly speak up here. I don't know. Tracy, do you live close to here? Hi, Jesse. Jesse. I saw you, Jesse. Oh, glad to see you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And, in the, when we were fostering cats, a lot of the kittens loved playing with the iPads, and there's a couple cat videos on YouTube where it's like fishes that go across the screen. And but Tracy, that's okay, because there's a couple cat rescues in the Las Vegas area. There's Jessie. Look at Jessie. Look how good she looks. That's a 21-year-old cat. 21 years old. But I think you'll like that. Yeah. There's and Tracy, there are so many cats. You cannot go wrong going to a shelter. Hi, Ms. M. Thank you for coming in, Ms. M. You're on a call. You missed my story? Barbara's doing okay. She had some problems. She had to go to the hospital once, but I know she's back out helping out the kitties and feeding feeding some of the stray cats. So that's good. Yeah, the bird videos, or like I said, they have like animated fish. But they love them. Jessie! Jessie! Jessie, Jessie! You look great, Jess! She hasn't meowed at me. Jessie! Huh. Yep, and I'm going to say it again, and I'm probably like I'm probably like a broken record, but if you get COVID-19, it is nothing to take lightly, because Barbara is still having some problems with it, because it leaves some lasting damage, and she has some problems breathing sometimes. Hopefully, at some point she'll be fully recovered, but it really threw her for a loop. So I am going to get ready to go. I'm going to put these books on Jackie's desk, and then we will read the CH book next week, and I'll probably also finish the story about about the Porchies. So let me put these back. Hello, Zelda. Where's Zelda? All right, everybody. I gotta go now. Thank you, everybody, and we will be back next week. I don't know if Barb's still here or not. So, until, bye, Magic. Magic, look what you did to my shoes.